What's up everyone, Speedy here. In this 1v1 video, we're going to be doing 2 live games as well as 1 replay review. So let's get right into it. Here we are in game number 1. So a little short on practice for today. Oh, that's not a great start. Because I've been under the weather for the past couple days. So I've been trying to rest. I'm actually going to bang this ball up. That make this awkward. Take this across. Put this back. Nice. You see how I went off the wall there? Was patient. Oh, I was trying too hard. Holy shot, dude. Let's go. That is gross, dude. That is fantastic control. Let's go. What a shot. Can't really go safely here. I'm gonna fake here just to try to force him to commit. Not gonna waste any more boost. I'll wait for this bounce here. Oh, that's a good control bounce. I'm not gonna lie, he hit me very hard with that control touch. I did not see him getting that. Oh, good though. Yeah, bad depth perception of that play. I was watching the ball more than I was watching him. A great boost grab, actually. Let's take time. Let's try to swing a shot over his way here. Rotate back. Be patient here. Didn't rotate well. Kind of watch it back a little bit, kind of think about how I want to rotate. So here, I can tell he's going to come up this way, but let's see, going into out. Yeah, in to out's okay if I'm going to be able to shadow it better. Nice. Good control, dude. Nicely done. Nice. I feel good. Let's keep that pressure up. It's tough. I'm amazed he still has control through that entire process. I'd rather let him touch that because I can get into a better position. Yeah, grab this boost, even if he's a bit awkward here. Nice, good delay on that chow. Here, I can't chow yet. Gonna try to go for a reset. It's a good challenge here. Let's wait. Take the free shot because he's wanting to try too hard. If he wants to go for a reset that low, the problem... There's 2 things about resets you want to be careful about. 1, you want to be careful about your boost usage, and 2, it's the positioning. If you're doing it at the midfield and already that low to begin with, You're putting yourself super awkward there. And it's pretty low percentage. That's a bad challenge on my part here. Nice. Really, really fantastic challenge. Really fantastic challenge. The goal there was to wait until he turns. You see how he's starting to turn in, and once he stops, at that point he loses momentum, and that's when you could shoot behind him. Nice. That's a fantastic jump into that bump. Could take time here. That's just class, dude. He's just mistiming his challenges there. He's putting himself in a bad spot with that position. Just running away with this game though is honestly, for not being warmed up, a really, really fun game. Even if that doesn't score. Let's kind of play the back here. It's gonna get a reset. That's a good shot. So that's a better reset from him, and the reason it's a better reset is because he's doing it closer to the box. So like here, he's coming up to the box. That's where it's a better reset. There's a lot more deadliness to that. And there, I just have to challenge earlier. GG, dude. Fantastic first game. Good game. Here we are on game number 2. So, kind of going off the back of that very fun game. Let's try to kind of just be careful about how I'm playing this. That is going to bounce very awkwardly. Nice, good challenge there. He's going to get that boost. That's fine. Oh, never mind. He leaps the corner or the mid. That's a perfect chow. You see how I was patient for the challenge and waited? So I shadowed here, waiting, and as soon as he starts to let the ball get away with him, or away from him, that's when you want to challenge. Can't really safely go for that corner boost. It's just a bad chow. Nice, good bump there. Nice, good patience. Be patient. Have to be more careful about that. What did he do? There, I just only put a shot there just to put pressure on the play. It wasn't a good shot, but that is unfortunate. Oh, he timed that well. He did like a single jump chow jump, or a single jump shot there. I wasn't expecting that. It's good to know though. He kind of played that faster. Okay, so he's going to be aggressive and fast. There. I respect the challenge there. It's a really egotistical challenge, but I respect it. Now I know he's going to early jump that. I have to kind of think more about the 50-50. Gonna pinch it. Can't really safely challenge that play there, so I have to just kind of be patient here. Just gonna rip a shot towards his net. I was low, but okay, whatever. I was definitely low of that, but fair enough. I knew he's gonna go for a bump. It's super obvious. Just got my corner. Whatever. Fair enough. Nice try on the fake there, buddy. Try to keep that pressure on. Still have time. Good try. We're in the replay portion of the video. And this was a really fun game. Just felt like a lot of what I've been practicing has been connecting. Just a lot of the pressure management and just learning to kind of play a faster play style while forcing the opponent to make mistakes. I made mistakes too, don't get me wrong, but just recognizing kind of how to stay in more control of the game for longer periods of time. Even like missing that, the fact is that I'm just putting pressure. I'm learning to just kind of keep that pressure game going. Like here, not giving up the play, just learning to, oops, sorry about the little skip there. Learning to stay kind of closer to this. So like seeing right there, a moment where that separation of like momentum for the opponent. Here, grab this boost. Here, just kind of think about position, right? Have a spot here that I could work with. Didn't get the exact like result I wanted. I didn't play this perfectly well. If I was a little bit more patient, I've actually been fine, but still all good. The opponent will be getting a goal here pretty shortly because I make a big mistake on my patience. I actually became very impatient in this moment. What I should have recognized is the ball is in my corner, and even if he does get a control touch, if I just stay on my front post, like on my goal side, that ball is going to be hard for him to try to shoot from because I'm covering all the angles. But the second I try to cover this like from here, it's going to create a bad 50, and that creates the opportunity for the opponent. So there it's The reason why that goal happened was just impatience there. But from this point on, the level of patience and awareness that I had in this game just immediately just got in control, because instantly I recognized, okay, that was dumb, don't do that again. And then you're going to see in a little bit here, there's a moment coming up here where I could have made that same mistake right here. I could have actually just gone, but I waited. And I just waited, and I just watched the opponent. What I did, I remember I looked to my left. I was visually looking left to see where their name was and where they were going. Saw they were going basically for the boost. And I said, okay, great. So here, if you see you're in a kind of awkward position and you don't have a super comfortable 50-50, or even better yet, just like you don't have a shot angle, because there, like, you can try to go for a crazy 45. Like I can do 45 flicks, not perfectly on command consistently every single time, but it's something I'm practiced with. But this was not an angle that I could say to myself was high percentage. So I dropped the ball and played for the 50. And here I just waited. Tried to get the opponent to bite and just waited. Here, just waited. The opponent gave me possession. I was like, okay, no problem. Didn't get the back foot flick I wanted, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Try to stay with the ball. This is a poor challenge here. This challenge could have been done a little bit better. So I'm fine with the drive challenge. That's a great drive challenge, but it's this flip challenge here that's really dangerous because the opponent's already flipping and they have contact. So once they have contact and possession, you flipping to try to defend that when they already have airborne movement up the ball, it's not going to connect the way you want unless you're reading for a high touch, which then that's also risky in itself, because if you miss or if he fakes, you're kind of screwed because you're committing through the flip. So again, just be aware of that. It's a good recovery positionally. Here, just waiting, waiting, waiting. And here, just waited. Honestly, I made the very safe and intelligent, wise decision. I've made a really bad habit before of rushing this play. Like, be like, oh crap, I have to go, I have to go. That's what the opponent wants. They want you to go out of your box. Because once you challenge out of your box, guess what? You've fallen for their trap. And so this is my mentality in this moment, was just wait for them. Move forward. Move forward, so it makes them think, oh, shoot, I got to get ready to go for the flick play and the outplay. But if you just simply back off immediately after, like I did, you see how I reversed? They just gave me a free ball. So what do you think I'm going to do? I am going to smack that ball towards their net. I'm going to early jump here just to try to force awkwardness in position, because if I occupy the mental space on the left, it makes it harder for the opponent to try to now cut to the left and go to the right. There's not a lot of space for them to do that. They can do that, but it's not easy to do. And in high pressure situations, the more pressure you apply to an opponent, the better. I like this pressure play. Again, just puts pressure on the opponent immediately. Good boost grab. Opponent's going to be low boost. Not going to have a lot. They're going to have enough to make a play, but it's dangerous for them. Well, sketchy there in that position, but okay. Here, just kind of keeping an eye on my boost. Also, just being careful to challenge. Opponent goes for the fake challenge here. Again, just waiting, waiting. Get a bump here. Unfortunately, don't get the result I wanted. Just didn't get a really good flick like I should have, but all good though. Here, didn't really have any scoring angles, so the first thing you want to do is just maintain possession. Here, just single jump here. Unfortunately, kind of lipped the post there, so at that point, what you want to do is try to take it. You can take it to your back right, but it's safer to go back left, and the reason is you're going on the opposite field of the space, and that's where the most safe space is. If you try to go on the back right, the opponent's going to in a position where they're going to be actually closer to the play, and it's going to be easier for them to try to shadow or potentially force a possession play. Here's good patience here. Waiting for the opponent to try to drive challenge, or at least challenge. This is really, really good patience, just waiting. I'm in control of the ball. I have the possession. I am the one who is in control of when the ball is going to go and where. So when I'm watching the opponent, you're watching for the opponent that does now start turning in and then making that challenge. At that point, then you try to challenge. I like the way I went about this. The result wasn't perfect, but the mentality I had for this was good. Even then, it could have been better. There's good patience here. Unfortunately, don't get the connection on the bump. That's okay. Opponent, honestly, this game had a really big habit of just trying to flip through a lot of plays. This was, I mean, that was class. That was a beautiful shot. Just that setup there, recognizing, boom, get that challenge here, and then here, no flip, just a dime, top of the center there. That was just right below crossbar. Perfect. It's a good shot. and just good movement though. Felt good through the game. These games today, despite not having like a lot of warm-up per se, if much at all today. I mean, I practiced yesterday, worked on my really my flips, or sorry, my flicks, and also just general basic stuff. Just kept it simple. Good early challenge. Could have actually, no, it's not the greatest early challenge actually. I'm playing this way too high. I'm playing this way too high, and then what it does is it's not a good early challenge. It's an early challenge, but it could have done much better because the opponent, if they just simply ripped it right away, it'd have been a lot harder to save that because they tried to get control. That's why it was kind of slower and easier for them to, or easier for me to get there in time. Here, just kind of play the low, just in case they tried to like either go for a bop or go for a basic play. This is good here. Could have played this a little bit better. And just waiting. It's good power there. But it's going to pop up again. Here, just not letting the opponent have the space there. Here, once again, the opponent wants to go for my boost, but the thing is that they doesn't realize that I already have boost. So I'm in a position that's really safe for me physically and mentally, and I can just take my time. I don't have to worry about the play. And this is something else I practice a lot. Is my front foot flicks to just try to put pressure. Even if it's not a direct shot in net, it's just putting pressure on the play because now it puts the opponent in a position where they're bumpable because they're rotating in front of where my bar is. And at that point, I have momentum. It's just an easy natural bump. It's not a forced bump per se, which forced bumps aren't necessarily bad, but they can be riskier depending on your rotations. If you're forcing a rotation to make a bump happen, if you put yourself in a bad spot, that bump could be dangerous. But natural bumps tend to happen just in the flow of the game. It's easier to do. I like the delay. I don't like the recovery there. Just have to take a bit more time. Don't like that challenge. I needed to recognize the opponent was going to early challenge that. So I just need to be better about that. Again, just not great. Have to be a bit more patient with that. Even with or without warm-up, that's something I've done before. Again, just trying to put pressure. Just keep that pressure on the opponent. The way I was managing pressure in this game was really good, though. Just managing pressure, just trying to keep the ball offensively set up. Here, just keep the opponent awkward now, forcing the flip. If I took more time, that would have been a goal, but the game was over. Throughout this game, though, and throughout the entire video, I felt really good, though, with how I played, the overall mechanics, and just the way I played the game. It just felt right. You know, it felt right. If you'd like me to review your games, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, I'd like to ask you to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Speed D Man out.